First for the visiting Ice Knights. On defense, number 8, Cole Adroff. On defense, number 20, Scott Schnell. At forward, number 21, Tyler Allen. At forward, number 3, Matt Sanchez. At forward, number 16, Ryan Atamanik. And in goal, number 31, Jake Lacados. Rutgers is coached by Joe Dickerson. And now for your Oswego State Lakers. On defense, the junior from Syracuse, New York, number 6, C.J. Walsh. On defense, the sophomore from Prague, Czech Republic, number 12, Martin Simonek. At forward, the freshman from Rochester, New York, number 24, Braden Deming. At forward, the senior from New City, New York, number 20, Luke Myers. And at forward, the junior from Albany, New York, number 21, Mike Lemieux. And in goal for the Lakers, the senior from Ronkonkoma, New York, number 30, Alex Galosi. The Lakers are coached by Chris Timmons. He is assisted by Jordan Auer. Now, can you please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
That's BHE or BA1? BHE or BA1?
That's back. Yeah, it's BHA. It was the right name. I just crossed it out on accident.
Okay.
Hello and welcome inside the Murano Campus Center for the second half of this weekend series against the Rutgers Ice Knights. Pink the Rink Night here in Oswego as the Oswego State Lakers are recognizing Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Welcome inside the Murano Campus Center. Jerry Pritchard is alongside me and I'm Patrick Machado. The Lakers are looking to bounce back after a rough outing last night where they really never seemed to find their legs.
No, they never really got their footing going here, but here we're going to have a presentation for Pink the Rink Night.
Yeah, it looks like the ceremonial puck drop. Couldn't exactly catch the name from the public address announcer. But it's good to see the Oswego State Lakers taking on a cause like this in the month of October.
Oh, yes, they did something very similar last year. I believe it is Dan Perepesco's mother. She was also here last season for the Pink the Rink Night. Did something very similar.
And of course, if you are still in Oswego, there is still time to come out to the campus center to witness this matchup. It is free and open to the public, and there is a jersey raffle on tap for tonight, along with schedule posters on sale for $5. So come out and support your Oswego State ACHA Lakers as we move into tonight's matchup. Starting for the Lakers, Braden Deming on left wing. Center is Luke Myers, and we're going to see a little bit of line juggling right from the start as the fourth line right wing, Joe Marzalek, will get the start here at the beginning with Martin Simonek and C.J. Walsh manning the blue line. Alex Galosi back-to-back starts.
Yeah, and that's something Galosi was used to last year, and I'm excited to see. He usually plays well in these back-to-back situations, but this line Oswego has out, they need to produce tonight. They were a little quiet on Friday.
And Oswego comes right out of the gate, winning the faceoff and taking a shot on goal was Braden Deming. It sails well wide. That's something that we talked about last night. Oswego were looking to take shots. Oh, that's a high-quality one. Rebound opportunity for Myers. And somehow the Rutgers goaltender, number 31, Jake Lacados, also in his second straight start, manages to come up with the save.
And you can see why they're starting him again. He was phenomenal last night, and that was some great movement by him in the net. But also, I'd like to see that line getting some shots quick, and those were quality chances.
Yeah, we were just the point that I was about to make before Oswego State went on that flurry was it seemed like they were taking shots just for the sake of taking shots. No grade A1 opportunities to really speak of as Rutgers come back the other way. Quick shot put on goal, stopped by Galosi. Rutgers still controlling their own end. Matt Owens was taking a couple checks. They're still controlling in the neutral zone. Owens springs Miniger. 2-point night for him last night, and just one of many of the Rutgers Ice Knights that put up multiple scores. Ziveth and Lippincott, who also got that unassisted marker, which really put the dagger in the Oswego State Lakers last night.
Yeah, you saw their momentum shift. The energy level dropped after that one, and I mean, I'm looking for Kim. You got to watch out for Kim, and you got to watch out for Miniger. They have been on fire.
Knees with the shot on the short side doesn't really cause too many problems. Knees is going after the puck, but it is flipped out by Lippincott, and they'll reset in the neutral zone. Pass was intercepted by number 24, Austin Cross, and he loses his stick, springs the Lakers back the other way. Soft dump in, put into the corner, and Oswego will start a line change. Ziveth turns the puck over, springs the Lakers back the other way. Brett Dawson puts one on goal and tried to get a rebound. It's swept into the corner. Theo Cup down low for Deming. Sean Lippincott has a step on him, and he'll send it out of the zone. It's turned immediately over to the Oswego defense, and they'll backpedal and look to set up another opportunity. Chris Wands and Theo Cup play a little bit of catch before it's sent up to Skrupa, who dumps it in. Another line change for the Lakers. Lakatos plays it. Turns it over. Hits the trailer up top, and he takes the shot. That was number 17 for the Lakers, Sean O'Neill, who's back on the blue line after a couple stints at forward.
Yeah, this is where we saw him a lot last year. He was a pretty solid defenseman, but he has the offensive capabilities. He was doing all right at forward, but I think they just want to shore up that defense.
Yeah, he did score an assist last night on the lone Laker goal from Luke Myers. Theo Cup also got a point on that play, as Rutgers' pass doesn't really find anyone, but it's a bank pass and finds Nick Lakudas, and the Lakers will escape the zone. In is O'Neill. O'Neill was lost the puck to number 63, Lippincott, who takes a hit, and it's sent back in. No icing on the play. And we're going to get a penalty against Oswego here as Galosi touches up on the puck. It's going to be a cross check. And it's going to be against the captain, Theo. No, excuse me. It's going to be against Mike Lemieux, number 21.
Mike finds himself in the box. It's just a little undisciplined. You know, the guys are riled up. They want to perform well after last night's game. But you can't be taking early penalties.
Oswego's penalty kill perfect last night, as they've been looking really good so far this season, continuing off the momentum as last one as this Rutgers power play gets to work. Ziveth in the corner. He's being harassed by Chase Knees, a 2-on-2 scrum. Martin Simonik is also in there. It's a 3-on-2 now. Oswego wasting time in the corner. Rutgers finally able to send it up top for Kim. Crosses over to the ice and puts it into the middle. Oswego's stick prevents that pass from finding anybody as a shot was put on by number 92, Austin Miniger. It's patted aside by Galosi. Miniger across for Ziveth. Looking over, back up top, 1-3-1 to Kim. Back down low at the right face-off circle. It looked like it taken a deflection. Galosi might have gotten the save as Kim turns the puck over to Martin Simonik, who gets the clear for Oswego.
Oh, they needed that one. They needed a nice change here, too, as they get a full penalty kill change here.
Yeah, all four players changing. Brett Dawson, Theo Cup, Chris Wands out there for the Lakers. That rush doesn't really cause too many problems, but the backhand clearing attempt by Skrupa, he shanked it, so Rutgers will go back to work. Kim putting some moves on his defender, and he takes a hit from Skrupa. And it's played up off the glass and out of the zone with 34 seconds to go in the power play, 15 and a half to go in the first period of play. Slowing things down now is Dom DeFonso. And he'll start up the near side. Lays it off to Luke Coca. Across the ice for number 20, Scott Schnell. Schnell now down low. Lakers right there to take it away from him, and Oswego will skate up on a shorthanded, partial 2-on-1. Here is Wands, and the pass over to number 23. Brett Dawson is just off the mark, but that'll do it for the Oswego penalty. They're 1-0 on the day.
Yeah, that was a great play by Chris Wands. Not only did he waste some time, but he also generated a nice opportunity.
And it looked like Braden Deming was a step ahead of the play off that blue line, and it's going to be an offside.
I really liked what the Oswego penalty kill, you know, what they bring to the table. They're in your face all the time. They don't let you really get set up for great shots, and they just try to help out their goaltender as much as they can by limiting that traffic in front.
And as we saw in that final stint, they're not afraid to go back on a shorthanded opportunity either if they have it.
They never are.
Lemieux nicely past his defender. One-timer, and it goes off the post. Braden Deming with an absolute rocket of a shot just finds the iron. It's played back behind the net. Ian Zybeth. And Luke Myers is in on it now. Backhands a pass, little chip off the boards. Intended for Braden Deming, gets turned over. Oswego wins it back. Up top at Sean O'Neill. And it looks like the shot was taken by Lemieux off the outside of the net. Puck still loose up there, popping up. The goaltender doesn't know where it is. It's loose in front of goal, and it's kicked just into the corner by Ian Zybeth. And Rutgers has no choice but to take an icing call.
No, they need to there. No one really knew where that puck was. It was in a good spot for maybe a shot, a little quick shot, but not even the players in front of the net knew where that one was.
13:50 to go in this first period of play. Score is still tied at 0. Oswego right out of the gate with shots and better opportunities than we saw yesterday. They lead the shot total by a score of 6-2.
Yeah, this is back to their game. This is their style of play. High energy, high pressure, forcing turnovers.
Simonik put it down low. Luke Owens is there. And he'll escape. Oh, and Kim has an opportunity in alone, only dealing with C.J. Walsh, and he's unable to get a good shot on goal. Great defensive recovery to prevent that partial breakaway.
That was a way to bail out his defensive partner there. He got caught up, Simonek did, but Walsh on the back check was able to just...
Now Oswego with a chance. 2-on-1. Nice moves. And he's unable to get a good shot off number 15, Chase Knees, but Oswego still on the attack. Ripper right in front of goal by Jubron. And it's still loose. And the referee with a premature whistle. And tensions start early.
What a sequence that was. I mean, that goaltender, Lakatos, he's not afraid to move around. He's not afraid to dive out of that crease and be aggressive to try and cover that puck or maybe get a poke check. But, I mean, that's great rush there from Oswego. That line of Knees and Cardi using their speed.
And one thing we saw against Lakatos yesterday is if you take those typical shots, just throwing him in on net without causing much problems, he gets into a rhythm, and he was in a well of a rhythm last night, stopping over 40 shots for Oswego. A little dribble on goal by Jake Goldstein is easily handled by Galosi. Puck in front, no Rutgers player in the slot, so Oswego will escape. Jubron lays it off for Knees. Tried to find Andrew Cardi, who was streaking down that left side. Passes just off the mark. Mason Jen tried to escape. It was batted into the zone, but the Ice Knights will touch up to negate that hand pass as it's dumped in by Theo Cup. Lakatos unable to handle it cleanly, so Oswego will go back on the attack. Cardi. Rutgers finally able to escape. Jake Goldstein in a little duel with Theo Cup. Oswego escapes the zone. Not much pressure from the Ice Knights on that rush. But Theo Cup loses an edge in the corner, and that'll spring the Ice Knights back into the zone. They'll look to set up a trap to prevent them from escaping. Up into the neutral zone. Theo Cup again with the puck. Long, rink-wide pass finds Dan Kelly. Fourth line out there for Oswego State. 3-on-2 for Rutgers developing here. Luke Kaka hits the trailer, and the shot by Tyler Allen, one of the captains, right to the stick of Galosi.
That was a nice way of just preventing not a great opportunity there in that quick 3-on-2. They got caught on a change almost there. Like to see him be quicker on those changes.
Sanchez, the only Rutgers player in the neutral zone, able to handle that pass, and Robinson will chase after him as he's backpedaling in his own end. It's kept in at the line by Sean O'Neal. And the play's still stuck over by the blue line. It did not go over, so Oswego will re-enter. Finally, Tyler Allen is able to control. Sends a little dump in on his own side, still being chased by O'Neal. He checks him to the boards, wins the puck battle, and sends it up the wall for Joe Marzalek. Rink-wide pass, streaking in, and nice poke check, they score! Braden Deming with the initial shot, and Lakatos is unable to handle the rebound. Loose change, picked up by Jay Chapin, it looks like. And he'll open his account on the 2019-20 year.
Jay Chapin rewinding the clocks to last season where he used to find himself there opening the slot a lot. That's 1-0 Oswego. And can we talk about that stretch pass? What a pass from Marzalek. I believe that was all the way up to Deming. Deming couldn't convert, but he had the trailer. And that was Jay Chapin. He's not going to make a mistake there.
So we'll wait for the official scoring, but it looks like it's going to be Chapin from Deming and Marzalek with that secondary assist as Oswego jumps ahead 1-0, and this is exactly what you need, especially after yesterday's game.
Yeah, get the momentum on your side. They got the shot totals. The offensive pressure is there. They just need to keep this energy up and maybe extend on this lead.
We're just ahead of the midpoint of this first period, and they did not give the secondary assist to Marzalek, so it is Chapin from Deming. Although you would think after the game they're going to want to have that discussion.
Marzalek might at least, because that was a beautiful pass out of the zone.
Oswego in their own zone. The Ice Knights in the midst of a change. And it's sent rink wide to Mike Lemieux. And cleared out of the zone. Lemieux with a backhand dump. Doesn't cause much issues. And he'll get off the ice. Changes in place for Oswego. Brett Dawson now on. Third line almost out there. The only player off is, it looks like the third line is finally out there as Cole Azaroff, alternate captain for the Ice Knights, in his own end. Sends it up for Owens on the left side. He skates in, loses the puck from the pressure of C.J. Walsh, and it's turned back in by Azaroff. Played into the middle. Austin Miniger unable to get a shot. He was on his backhand. Found himself in some nice time and space. Unable to get the shot off as Oswego comes back the other way. C.J. Walsh going after in with Brett Dawson. Puts ones on goal, and it was a little bit of an awkward save by Lakatos. No Laker in front, and he's easily able to cover up for the whistle.
Yeah, that was a tricky one, trying to catch Lakatos sleeping, And the puck just really dribbled up into his equipment. Luckily for him, though, he was able to corral that one and get a stoppage.
8:47 to go in this first period of play. Oswego took the lead off of the Jay Chapin goal from Deming. Shots 11-7 in favor of Oswego. First line out there. Chase Nees won the draw. Gibran scores! Set play off the faceoff. Gibran finds himself with some time and space in the slot. Puts one past Lakatos. It's 2-0 Oswego.
Beautiful way to tie up on that faceoff. Gibran comes in, and he makes no mistake. He fired that one from the slot. Just beats Lakatos, and that's doubling the lead now, is Gibran.
Think you're sensing a momentum swing in Oswego's way?
These guys look completely different from last night. If you were tuned in last night, you could tell this Oswego team has a fire lit under them. They came out to play.
And offside on Oswego entering the zone. A completely different team from yesterday. Grade A1 scoring opportunities. And they're taking advantage. Luke Myers tied up off the faceoff. Rutgers finally comes away with it. Springs Sanchez back the other way. Sanchez shoots on Golosi. Not really much of a lane to shoot from. He had a player streaking down the right wing. Does not pass it to him, and Oswego will escape. Long pass stuck in the skates of Andrew Carty, and they're unable to take advantage of that. And his first career goal in the ACHA for Trevor Jubran.
What a time to get it too here. Pink the Rink night. Crucial game against a conference rival. And the young freshman steps up.
And we're going to get a stoppage of play here with 8 minutes to go in the first period of play. It's going to come back into Oswego's zone. Missed the call, though, is taking down the notes on that official score.
I believe it was just an offsides call here. Or puck went out of play, excuse me.
Yeah, they decided to move the faceoff out of Oswego's zone. A tie up on the draw. It's sent into Rutgers territory. Back for the puck is number 4. Couldn't exactly make out his name. It's one of the names that are wrong on the roster that I have here. As Oswego looks to escape their own zone. Behind the net is CJ Walsh. Sends it back up. And a giveaway from, it looks like Dan Kelly. No, excuse me, it was Zach Case, the extra skater, the freshman from Spencerport. In the zone is Nick Lopresti. Put one in front of goal, and it goes off of the pads of Galosi right near that left faceoff dot. Case sends one rink wide. And Rutgers is the only man back as Oswego is in the midst of a change. Turnover at the line. Here comes Myers. Myers shoots, big rebound, score! Braden Deming got the assist on the first goal, gets a goal himself for his second point of the night, and Oswego's third.
I was calling for this line in the beginning of the game. I said they needed to step up. They needed to produce on offense, and what do? They grab another goal here, extend the lead. That was a beautiful interception from Mike Lemieux. Luke Myers picks it up, spins it around, gets a shot on net, and rebound falls right to Braden Deming. He buries it.
And just under 15 minutes into the game, Rutgers finds themselves down 3-0. You can sense that they're shocked.
Yeah, I mean, they probably were not expecting this. I mean, last night they kind of coasted to that win. You could say, you know, you look at the scoreline, it wasn't that big of a win, but they didn't really have it tough last night.
And Lakatos having a difficulty in controlling his rebounds too, as a big chance in front of goal, and we're going to get a penalty coming against Oswego. And it's going to be an interference call.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
and some more pushing and shoving in front of goal.
They will get interference, but it looked like, I mean, Mike Lemieux laid that hit as the Rutgers player was shooting the puck. So I'm a little confused about that call. Either way, I mean, it was a big hit, so maybe it was just a penalty based on the magnitude of that hit from Mike Lemieux.
No extra penalties being given out just yet. A huge contrast from what we saw last week in the second game against Slippery Rock, where the referees set the tone immediately. Pretty much any pushing and shoving or dissent after the whistle resulted in another penalty. Last night we saw them play, and so far they're letting them play as well.
And I like that. I mean, these teams both, you know, they play a little scrappy, but penalties slow this game down, and I don't think that's the benefit of Oswego. They want to keep this game fast-paced.
And it's also a side effect of having these back-to-back matchups at home. Getting familiar with the other team, if there's bad blood in one game, it's going to carry over to the next one. As the power play scores in front of goal. It looked like the captain, Tyler Allen, got that marker as they were in close on Galosi, and Rutgers has an answer. It's 3-1 now.
That's a tough one to, you know, swallow for Galosi, but it's not really his fault. I mean, they allowed the captain there, Owens, just to walk in, and he really just, or excuse me, that was Allen. And he walked right in. He walked right in, right to the top of the crease, and was able to slide it under the pads of Galosi. 3-1 now.
So it looks like we're in for a high-scoring game, or maybe that goal will take some of the momentum away. We'll see how Oswego responds with 5:53 to go. Back to even strength, and we're going to get another penalty. And it looks like this one is going to go against Rutgers. It's a tripping call, and Oswego will have their first look on the power play of the night.
Well, that's one way to redeem yourself if you're Lemieux. He got in there after they just scored on his penalty. He got out there, he hustled, he drew one from Rutgers.
It's Sean Lippincott who got that tripping call. And what a way to kill the momentum if you're Rutgers after finally answering Oswego's pressure.
Yeah, this is exactly what Oswego needs. On the scoreboard, it has 2 penalties still up, but I'm sure they will fix that. So it will be 5-on-4 in favor of Oswego on this power play.
Yeah, they never cleared the minor against Lemieux. And the referees are just going to ignore that. There's no player in the box, so Oswego will start their power play from their own end as Rutgers got the clear off the draw. Myers skating ahead with it. He'll gain center and dump it in on the near side. Braden Deming is there to send it back up top. Chapin puts one on goal and just missed the far side. Was Luke Myers. Deming spins it onto his backhand, looking for some space. Dumps it off in the corner to Myers. Myers skates up top. Drops it off for Chapin. Myers gets it back. He walks into the slot, puts one on goal. Stick save made by Lakatos.
I like the positioning on this power play. They're ready for these rebounds. If they fall to their sticks, you better believe they're going to bury them.
Myers puts one on goal, scores! It might have taken a deflection.
It looked like Deming. It could have been Deming on the deflection, but I think
skates towards, it's going to be Myers that skates to the bench first. So it looks like it's going to be Myers' goal here as he found himself with some open space over by the left faceoff circle. And it's a 3-goal lead once again on the power play.
Yeah, they needed that. The power play has never been a strong suit. So to see it working, it's been working this season pretty well. They've scored a couple. But, I mean, Deming might have not gotten a point on that goal, but he did his job screening the goaltender. And there might have been a deflection maybe off a Rutgers player, but great way to get the puck on net.
It definitely looked like there was a deflection, as it looked like it changed direction just in tight on goal. But Oswego now leads by a score of 4-1 with 4:34 left in this first period of play. Back-to-back power play goals for each team. Dawson in the offensive zone. Put one out in front, and we're going to get a whistle immediately, and it's going to come out of the zone.
Yeah, no penalties on that.
Lakatos is down.
No penalties on that. You had I believe that was Marzellik. Yeah, Marzellik crashed in the net, which he found himself there a couple times last night, even having a goaltender interference call against him on Friday. But a couple players colliding into the goaltender. They're going to say it was probably, started by Oswego, so puck will leave the zone.
So yeah, will leave the zone, but Rutgers still contending for a penalty. Don't be surprised if this turns into some more extracurriculars later.
Oh, you better believe that.
Especially given the scoreline.
Oh, that'll get Rutgers fired up, yeah. They're not happy about the score, and then if Oswego keeps playing their physical game, they're not going to be able to handle it, I believe.
Well, Rutgers needs a spark. As they win the battle in the neutral zone, Miniger off for Kim. Kim drops it off, and the shot by number 23, Matt Owens, was blocked in front by a Linker. And the rebound off the initial shot in front goes to Miniger, who scores after taking a penalty that led to Oswego to score. And it's a 2-goal lead now for Oswego as Rutgers cuts the deficit.
That's tough on Galosi. The defense, or anyone really at that point, has got to try and clear that puck. You got to get it out. It's just sitting there in the slot. You're just leaving the goaltender out to dry there a little bit. But this just shows that Rutgers is dangerous. They're not going to give up. They're a fast team. They get a lot of shots on net. They generate good chances. Oswego's got to just keep the energy up.
Well, if you like offense, this is the game for you. 3:46 to go in this first period of play. Oswego leads by a score of 4-2 as the play is stopped off of Miniger's shot in the corner, is swallowed up by Galosi. Shots on goal, 16-14. Pretty much even between these two teams.
I mean, we're on pace for a 12-6 game here, but I mean, we'll see if that, transpires, but I like the energy from both sides. Now, Rutgers did not give up after falling down to 3. They took two 3-goal deficits, excuse me.
Draw to the right of Golosi, won by Chase Knees. It's spun around to the opposite wing and sent out of the zone by Jubron. And an odd-man opportunity, shot off the rush by Chris Wands, easily handled by Lakatos. Cardi, with his outstretched hand, tried to keep his handle on that puck. It's turned over to Rutgers, and Kim skates in. Theo Cup puts a hit on him. And Oswego wins that puck battle in the corner and sends a long pass all the way up for Trevor Jubron, who's harassing Sean Lippincott as they look to break out and start a rush the opposite way. Oswego again with the long pass. Cup up to Jubron. Jubron up for Carter. He's taken down. Oswego wants a penalty for interference. They're not going to get it.
That was a close one. It was a good idea, good pass to just flip it in front of the net, and Cardi just got taken down, wasn't able to reach it.
Lopresti lost the puck. It's in Rutgers zone now. And CJ Walsh intercepts the pass at the blue line. 2 Ice Knights on him as he gets taken down. Both players get taken down. And as the puck squirts on goal, Golosi, not taking any chances, puts his glove on it for the whistle with 2:25 to go in the opening frame.
Yeah, and as we're talking about, things are heating up. Physicality's taking a couple notches up here. And we're just in the first period, so I can imagine it slowing down. These guys are going to be playing hard till this final whistle.
Both teams probably going to be gassed as they go into the locker room for this intermission. Just over 2 minutes to go. Nice moves from Braden Deming as they enter the zone. Big rebound from Lakatos. He was caught out of position for a second. And CJ Walsh will reset. Puck loose over by Oswego's bench. Braden Deming. Given away to Rutgers. D-to-D pass. Cole Azroff and Scott Schnell will exchange. Oswego hemming Rutgers into their own zone here. Luke Kaka sends it around. The first man there is Martin Simonek for the Lakers. Back up top. The shot by Deming was blocked in front by Allen. Played off the glass, off the boards. Oswego there crowding the blue line. They're able to escape. Kaka, 2-on-2. And the pass was intercepted in the slot by Braden Deming. The long pass tried to find Myers at an open blue line, misses him, and will come back the other way on an icing.
It's a great way to get back on defense there from Deming, covering Simonek there a little bit, but that stretch pass just out of the reach of Luke Myers, who, I mean, if you spring him on a breakaway, he's got a good chance of beating the defender.
And on that 2-on-2, Rutgers was also a little bit angry at the referees as they thought their player in the slot had the stick slashed out of his hands, which led to that easy interception in the slot for Deming.
Yeah,
No.
Deming was hustling back there, and he might have gotten a little physical with the stick, giving a couple whacks, but the referees just said that, hey, buddy, you dropped your stick. So no penalty there.
Under a minute to go here in the first period of play. It's sent back into Oswego's zone where it's played by Golosi. CJ Walsh now. One touch passing finds Mike Lemieux. Oswego in the midst of a change here. Goldstein and Lemieux having words after that play. And we're going to get a penalty here against Dan Kelly. It's going to be a holding call.
Actually, it's on
Actually,
Goldstein.
it's going to be in Goldstein.
Yeah, Goldstein took him down a little bit, but I mean, hey.
Kind of looks 50-50 from our vantage point here in the Steve Levy press box, but it will be Oswego with the beneficiary on that call.
Yeah, Goldstein probably still a little fired up after John with Lemieux there, and he just gets tangled up, really. And unfortunately, the referees called a penalty on him, but fortunately for Oswego, you're ending the period here on a power play.
You have 26.5 seconds to get it done here in the first period. We'll have about a minute and 35 seconds of carryover time should they not convert. And it's now in the neutral zone for Theo Cup. Jubron. Left side for Cardi. It's loose on the blue line, and it's cleared out of the zone by Rutgers. And that will pretty much do it on the first period of play. Oswego not looking to take a chance on here. And they'll skate into the locker room up 4-2 on the Ice Knights.
What a period that was to start this hockey game. I mean, we were talking up this game a little bit, but even I didn't think it was going to be something like this. Just great hockey from both sides.
Yeah, it was a very tight in yesterday's game. 3-1 was the final score, with Rutgers taking the win. But even then, it wasn't that much of an offensive flurry like we saw today.
Oh, no, I mean, nothing of the sort. I mean, there was a lot of shots yesterday, don't get me wrong, but these opportunities that they're creating, both sides today, are just great chances. Off the rebounds, off the rushes. They're getting good quality shots, and that reflects on the scoreboard.
So the score is 4-2 going into the first break here. Shots 17-15 in favor of Oswego. You're watching Oswego ACHA Hockey on YouTube Live. And welcome back inside the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena, getting set for this second period of action between the Oswego State Lakers and the Rutgers Ice Knights. Patrick Machado with Jerry Pritchard alongside me. A fast opening period sees the score at 4-2 going into the second period of play, with Trevor Jubron and Braden Deming each scoring their first career ACHA goals.
Yeah, you like to see the young guys that are breaking the seal, both of them able to score their first goals here pretty early on in the season. So now only a couple more freshmen that maybe look to tally their first ACHA goal, but you gotta love the way Oswego played in that period. They came out fast and it paid off. They went up, they had a 3-goal lead at 2 different times during that period, but Rutgers can't count them out. They came back, closed the deficit to just 2.
Yeah, the biggest criticism against this Oswego team yesterday is they were kind of being complacent when it came to pucks in the corner. They weren't really chasing after them too much. Today, they're much faster skating towards those loose pucks and 50-50 opportunities. Rutgers, we're seeing shades of them yesterday as they begun to come back. They got the last marker in that first period of play. It was Miniger who got that goal to cut the deficit to 2.
Yeah, their play, a lot of their offensive production comes off of these rushes where they maybe catch one of the Oswego defensemen sleeping. And, you know, we've been seeing that a little bit. Probably both their goals, you could say, have come from those situations. But either way, Oswego just needs to be ready, be aware of everything at all times. Don't get caught sleeping because this team is fast.
And we're going to get a little bit of a delay to start this second period, as the scoreboard operator wasn't able to get the clock into intermission mode. So the penalty against number 48, Jake Goldstein of Rutgers, ran off the clock. It should be about 1:36 seconds of power play time remaining for Oswego. Both power plays connecting in that first period of play.
Yeah, they were both looking really, really good. Oswego didn't really get much. They only had about, like you said, 26 seconds or so to work with at the end of the first. But hopefully this power play, they still got time, a lot of time to get something set up here, get in the zone, get a couple shots off.
And it looks something's going on down there, because there are not 5 periods in hockey.
Yeah, I know. I was just seeing that. I mean, I don't know. Unless we are somehow going into double overtime here in a regular season game. No, there is no 5 periods.
So 1:33 to go, and I guess the 5th period of play here in the Murano. Oh, there it goes. Now it's they finally fixed the score clock issues. Second period underway here in the Murano Campus Center. Oswego starts up on the power play. CJ Walsh in, freezes, waits for the team to set up. He's battling in the corner, and the clearing attempt by number 3, Matt Sanchez, goes as far as neutral ice. Oswego will recoil. Here is Carty. Surveys, goes behind the net, circles, drops it off to CJ Walsh. Back up top for Theo Cup. Across the ice for Mike Lemieux. And it's still kept in at the line by Theo Cup. Andrew Carty down low. Will cycle it in behind. Chase Knees. Sets up shop over by the left half wall. Up top. One-timer, not really much traffic in front from that drive from CJ Walsh. It's swallowed up by Lakatos for the whistle.
I mean, they were a little slow on that one with I just don't like the Oswego players holding on to the puck too long unless you're driving the net. You could drive the net, maybe perhaps get an opportunity, but just holding the puck on the outside isn't really doing much for it.
Excuse me, it is not Lakatos in net for Rutgers. They have made a goaltending change. It is now Chris Forolo in for the Rutgers Ice Knights after a rough first period for Lakatos after coming out of yesterday's game.
You think of maybe just a little wear and tear on the goaltender there. He faced a lot of shots, 40+ last night. So I don't disagree with this decision to switch it up if you're Rutgers.
Could also be done to try to spark the team somehow, as Oswego has 7 seconds to go on this power play, and it looked like a blocker save was made in front. Drive at the point from Chapin. And the zone is cleared as Kim looked like to be the beneficiary of a loose puck over by the Oswego blue line. It was swept behind by Luke Myers. In their own zone now is Rutgers. Scott Schnell looking for some open space. He just flips it up, alley-oop out of the zone, finds Jake Goldstein in stride. Gives it off for Ian Ziveth. Circles behind the net. He's got Schnell over. He's going to skate again behind and finally goes back up top. Matt Sanchez puts one on goal, and it goes off of the skate of Jay Chapin in front, and Oswego will start back up on the rush. Here is Mike Lemieux. It is knocked away from him, and Lemieux is going after the loose puck, regains control, and sends it down low to Luke Myers. Circling. Puts one towards the middle. Back up top for Theo Cup, who puts one on goal, and it goes wide. Spun around, saved at the line by Chris Wands. Cycled in down deep. Luke Myers is there. And finally, Mason Jen will escape the zone for Rutgers. They dump the puck in, and they need a change. Oswego's defense will also use it as an opportunity to change, as it's sent back in. Long shot from the center of the ice is stopped by Galosi. It's the nice speed from Chris Wands to save that over on the left wing. He goes in after the puck with Lippincott. Lippincott backhands a pass to DeFonso. Off the boards and out of the zone. And a miscue springs Oswego back the other way. They had numbers, and they'll go back to work. Jubron, Wands, Theo Cup puts one on goal. It's handled by Ferrolo. He dropped the puck, couldn't handle the rebound, and the secondary opportunity was sent wide. Shot at the point was taken by Martin Simonek, and it also goes wide. Oswego with some extended offensive zone time here, and finally Rutgers is able to clear.
That was great pressure by Oswego. You know, these low shots, they're almost going for like a slap pass type deal, trying to find a deflection on the new goaltender. But I'd like to see them just put that puck on net and test him out.
Andrew Carty off of his stick clashed with that of a Rutgers, which caused the puck to pop up and land right in the blue paint in front of Ferrolo. Dangerous chance. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez puts one on goal, takes a deflection off of the stick of Knees, and it goes into the corner. Jubron got a hit, and it's going to be an icing call against Rutgers.
So that might have been the first stoppage in a while here. This is a fast-paced game. These guys are really fired up after that first period.
Just under 5 minutes in that first series. Again, we haven't seen a whistle in a while. 15:22 to go in the second period of play. Oswego still leads by a score of 4-2. Offensive zone draw, 50-50 won by Rutgers. Although it was turned over to Martin Simonek at the blue line. Andrew Carty puts the pressure on, and here is Chase Knees behind the net, out in front, and what a glove save by Ferrolo on Jubron.
Stoned him, robbed him clean of that one. That's a great pass from Chase Knees, and I mean, he finds Jubron out front, and he had the net, he thought. But if it wasn't for the glove hand there, Fiorillo, excuse me.
Little flash of the leather by Fiorillo keeps this game at a score of 4-2, and that is the type of save that you need from your goaltender when you're behind. Here is Kim chasing after the puck with Jubron. Kim behind the net, lays it off for Austin Miniger. Put towards the goal. It's loose in the blue paint, swept out. Here's Schnell, puts one up on the blue line. Save made by Galosi, and the rebound was handled by C.J. Walsh. Up off the glass, out of the zone. Chasing after the puck is Carty, but he can't beat out the icing call.
That was a great effort there from Schnell to beat out Carty. I mean, Carty's not a slow player at all, so that was impressive from the defenseman, able to beat him in the race.
Yeah, I don't think Schnell was expecting Carty to turn the Jets on like that.
No, he can like the flick of a switch almost.
So an offensive zone draw for the Ice Knights to the right of Galosi. Matt Owens loses the faceoff to Chase Knees, and Oswego will escape the zone. Here is Chase Knees with some speed. He's got Carty on the other side. Knees the shot, short side, misses.
just wide, but that explosive speed of Knees, it was shown there. He breaks out.
Able to create odd man rushes. Knees wins the battle over at the wall. Giveaway, another giveaway for the Ice Knights, but here is Matt Owens back the other way, 2-on-1, and the nice defensive play by Andrew Carty ends that opportunity for the Ice Knights.
Something I'm seeing a lot of is these forwards getting back, helping out the defensemen. Something you didn't see last night.
Gibran, pad save made by Fiorillo. Gibran finding himself with some nice open ice opportunities in the last couple of minutes. Gotta love the play from the freshman.
I mean, his positioning has been unreal tonight, and you have a player like Knees and Carty on your line. They're going to find you. They're going to do their best to feed you that puck.
Owens and two players come together in the neutral zone. It was Sean O'Neill and Owens that came together, and the puck is in Oswego territory. Here is Jake Goldstein. He's being double-teamed, taken down, puck loose over at the post, and Golosi finds the handle on it and will stop play. With 13:25 to go in the second period of play, Oswego still leads by a score of 4-2. Shots still even. They've been even throughout the game, 23-20 in favor of the Lakers.
Yeah, Rutgers has come out hot in this second period, almost mirroring what the Lakers have done, but this period a little more even, a little less one-sided, and I feel like that is how the rest of the game is going to go here.
Lippincott pinches in as their team lost the faceoff, and they put on a shot on goal. It was Dom DeFonso, and it goes wide. Here is Dan Kelly. Finds Sean O'Neill in the neutral zone. He'll enter. Sends a pass to himself down low, tried to center it out in front. It instead goes behind the net, and here is Anthony Robinson. One-touch passing with Joe Marzalek, and Robinson puts one towards goal. Doesn't really cause much issues for Fiorillo. And the centering pass blind from Dan Kelly was intercepted by the Ice Knights, and here is number 17, Mason Jen, back the other way. Marzalek and Robinson come together. Oswego escapes. Here's Braden Deming now. Deming loses the handle as he was stick handling, but is recovered by Jay Chapin, and his shot goes wide. Second hand opportunity, finds Luke Myers in the slot and hits the pillows of Fiorillo, and the puck will come out to the neutral zone. Rutgers in the midst of a change. Dump in from the neutral zone by, it looked like Anthony Robinson, right on goal. And he stops play. Excuse me, it was Theo Cup with that dump.
And, I mean, that last little rush Oswego had really started with Jay Chapin and ended with Jay Chapin having a nice opportunity. Made a nice play there on the one-on-one defensively, and then able to just switch gears and head the other way.
Second line. And they won the faceoff. No one there. Big shot at the point by Chris Wands. Never made its way on goal. It was blocked by Nick Lopresti in front. 2-on-1 the other way, and the shot taken by Braden Deming is saved by Fiorillo.
Great hands by Deming there. Really just mixing up these two Rutgers players. They didn't know which way he was going. Able to get a nice shot there in the high slot. Didn't really trouble the goaltender, but that's a great opportunity.
So another offensive zone draw. Second line still staying out there. This is the third offensive zone draw for them on this shift. To the left of Fiorillo. Tied up in the skates, Rutgers wins it. Although he had his stick lifted by Myers, and the battle will continue over in the right wing corner. Puck is loose. It's stuck over by the icing line. Not really anybody's skates. It's hit behind the net and taken by the Lakers. Deming drops it off for Chris Wands. Back down low. It takes a deflection off of a Rutgers stick and saved at the line. Braden Deming again. His shot was blocked in front by Austin Cross. Deming tried to go far side, and it hits the pads of Fiorillo. Deming with 3 opportunities, putting on a one-man show in front of goal. And the Ice Knights are able to escape. Tyler Allen in. And it looked like an awkward save from Golosi there. Closed the pads. It looked like from his facial expression that he might have had it underneath. He was able to squeeze them enough. And get the whistle with 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, those pucks that come in knuckling at you, they might not have the most speed, but they can send you for a twirl. Luckily, Golosi just able to close those pads, get a stoppage here for his boys, and get a change also.
So after that fast-paced first 5 minutes, now we're seeing a little bit of a lull here as both teams settling into the play. A lot of stoppages and no grade A1 opportunities in the last 5 minutes.
No, definitely not. And you can tell this is taking a toll on their gas tank. That first period really definitely drained them a little bit. I mean, especially after a hard-fought game last night. You come in here, you spend all your energy in that first period. Now things are starting to slow down.
Ziveth. And the backhand shot by Austin Miniger. He was in tight on goal. Shot by Schnell, looking for the deflection of Kim in front. Doesn't get it and carried it into the corner. Robinson wins the battle. It's out of the zone. Brett Dawson will look to send it up. He's taken down by Schnell. And a battle now ensues over by the Rutgers blue line. It's finally kicked out, and Austin Kim back in, but we're going to get some penalties behind the play. It looks like we might get a penalty here, but players were down. They were being held. The 223s come together, Owens and Dawson. Yeah, and both of them will probably get matching roughing calls.
Yeah, with that play up against the boards, Owen was giving Dawson the work with a couple cross checks in the back. Once it finally broke loose, Dawson took a little exception to that as they both go tumbling down the ice. Referees had no choice there but to give them coincidentals.
So yeah, referees signaling to both benches that it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. Coincidental minors to Owens and Dawson opens up a little bit of space here in the ice.
And this is dangerous, with, like we said, with these players being tired and a little more open ice. Mistakes can happen, but you'd like to see Oswego capitalize, maybe with a long stretch pass or something of the sort.
Oswego have been trying the stretch pass a lot today, and the face-off dribbles right to Golosi, who puts the glove on it, wastes 2 seconds on that 4-on-4, will redo the face-off. Allen against Knees. Allen won the draw. The Ice Knights unable to keep it in at the line. We're going to get another whistle here.
Offside, I believe.
Offside, it looks like, is the call.
The linesman actually didn't call that one. I believe that was one of the head refs in the back there.
Yeah, that's what led to the confusion. You don't typically see referees calling offside on that. Yeah, that looks like the call. Is it the linesman's now laughing with the head ref. And we resume play. Matt Sanchez on his own side. He was battling with Martin Simonek. Carries around to the opposite corner. It's gloved and put down by Dominic DeFonso. And it scorched just over the blue line. The Rutgers Ice Knights will play the man, and it comes back into the Rutgers end. DeFonso with some open space. He skates it in himself, lays it off for Allen, finds C.J. Walsh instead, turned over to the Oswego State Lakers and played back in. Simonek turns it over to the Ice Knights. Dangerous opportunity as Sean Lippincott was in, and we have an Ice Knight down in the slot. Will continue to play, though. Allen was slow to get up, and he'll skate back towards the bench, favoring one side, and he'll get looked at by the trainer. Meanwhile, Carty puts a shot on, and he's taken down and looks a little bit worse for wear as he gets up. He'll stay out on the ice, though. He looks to be recovered.
Yeah, that hit was a little high, it looked like, but Carty seemed to take it well. He was down for a little while, but he seems to be skating fine as he stayed on the ice.
So a little bit of iffy hits on both sides, and here comes Chase Knees with some speed, and he loses the handle on the puck as he enters the zone, and we'll just cycle it down low and go off for a change. Lippincott will start back up. Jade Chapin there to put the pressure on. Kim finds some open ice and will skate back up. There's 4 Lakers around him. Kim loses the handle. We'll try to go back up top for Schnell. It's turned over to Luke Myers as we are now skating 5-a-side. Back out of the box was Brett Dawson, and he did not have a step on his defender, Cole Azaroff, as that was almost a dangerous chance for the Lakers.
Definitely right out of the box. That was Mike Lemieux trying to find him there on that breakaway, but however, it just got broken up just out of the reach, and the Lakers regroup here.
We're past the midpoint of regulation, 7:35 to go in the second frame of play. Oswego still leads by a score of 4-2. In the zone is Ian Ziveth. He's alone in the corner, and he's checked to the boards by Sean O'Neill. And both of them will continue to get, and we're going to get a penalty here. It looks like it's going to be a bench minor. Oh, it's going to be a charging call against the Lakers for that hit down in the corner, it looks like. And Brett Dawson will be the guilty party.
As quick as he was out of the box, he goes right back in. He's not very happy with that call, but the refs are going to start calling these. They're going to start calling penalties a lot more as this game goes on. They've let a lot go so far, so you got to think they'll be tightening this game up.
You know, they're starting to pull back the reins on it, as we just saw two players almost get injured in almost identical spots on both ends of the ice, and the penalty killing unit will go to work again for Oswego, and they get the clear off the draw. Only as far as center ice, though, and Miniger will enter the zone in on the near side. He sends it in. There's Lakers all around as Theo Cup will take his time, send it up to Chris Wands, who will get the clear down the ice. Anthony Robinson skating back with some speed, trying to force them to make a play. And Miniger exchanges with Kim, and they'll start back up the ice. Kim sends it on the near side. Anthony Robinson, again the first one back, sends it around the boards and cleared. Textbook penalty killing for Oswego. Rutgers unable to really set much of anything up without a shot just ahead of the midpoint of this power play. 1 minute 9 to go in the penalty.
Yeah, this is the first time Rutgers actually able to even break in the zone here.
And here's the first shot on the power play, but it doesn't really cause much problems. Straight shot into Galosi from Ian Ziveth, covered up.
Yeah, good move by Galosi, not allowing any rebounds there. Able to let these penalty killers change as well. Try and finish out this penalty kill. It's been flawless so far, even throughout the couple in the first period.
Face off to the right of Galosi, won by the Lakers. Play goes into the left corner, the far side. CJ Walsh, and DeFonso is now back at the point. Winds up, takes the shot. It goes out in front, saved at the line by number 20, Scott Schnell. Back down low for Sanchez. He'll skate over to the near side. Back up top, lays it off for Schnell. Schnell thought about a shot, goes down low instead. Anthony Papalardo takes the shot, and it goes off the outside of the net and taken and cleared out by Martin Simonek.
Lakers just have to withstand one more rush here, and here it comes.
Long stretch pass finds Goldstein. Goldstein without much of a lane to pass through. He goes down. CJ Walsh quick to pounce on the puck. 2-on-2 battle. 3-on-2 now. It's still loose in the corner. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Robinson off the outside of the net. Matt Sanchez. DeFonso unable to keep it in, and that'll do it for the power play. 3-on-2 for Oswego partial, and it looked like a diving poke check from Fiorillo on that play. Oswego still controls in the Rutgers end. We're now skating 5-a-side. Shot by Braden Deming on the short side. Didn't really have much of an angle. Handled by Fiorillo. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Scott Schnell. Deming relentless with that pressure. Sanchez will have to play it back into his own zone. Schnell, Simonek, they come together. Lucatus sends it in on his near side. 3 Lakers around him. Lopresti calling for it as he was streaking down the slot. Unable to feed it into his path, and it's taken by Deming. Deming battling. Laid it off for number 17, Sean O'Neill. It just squirts out of the zone, and it's kicked back in. Simonek plays it off the boards, and it comes to the center line where it's dumped in by number 24, Austin Cross. Turned back over to the Lakers. Spins off to his backhand, finds Chase Nees. Chase Nees trying to get past Cross and flipped up and out of the zone by Cross. Kind of scooped the puck off of that. Lakers will touch up to negate the hand pass. O'Neal with a long stretch pass. Tried to find Mike Lemieux, is off the mark. And the Lakers will start out from their own end again. Lemieux couldn't get the handle on that pass. And Brian Pfister will send it in. Rutgers going off. They're changing their forwards. Defense staying out there as Oswego prepares for another rush. Sean O'Neal. Mike Lemieux got the dump in. Fiorillo played it behind the net. Andrew Carty tried to save it from going out off of the glass. Oswego controls in the neutral zone, however, and Sean O'Neal will walk back into the locker room as Oswego scores! Trevor Jubron, his second goal of the game. What a stellar night for the freshman as they widen the lead to 3.
Oh my goodness, we've been talking about Jubron and how he's been getting himself into these situations, these great positions to score, and he does it again. That was an unbelievable shot, actually hitting the back bar of the net there. Goalie had no chance. That was a rocket.
Trevor Jubron, Bardowski on that shot. 5-2 Lakers, shots 23-24 in favor of Oswego.
I mean, and you got to say that line has brought the energy through 2 periods, really. They've been looking the best from both sides. Chase Nee's doing a great job just barely getting that puck into the zone, dropping it off. Jubron does the rest.
So Oswego State still controlling the run of play, and here comes Jubron again. Jubron, Carty takes the shot, and it goes off of the pads of Fiorillo. Almost widening his point total. That first line has been on fire today as a centering pass causes problems for the Lakers. Rutgers unable to capitalize as it's played back into their own zone.
Huge hit at center ice from Jubron. He's really feeling it.
And the puck was flipped up on the backhand and almost hits assistant coach Jordan Allhart on the bench. Everybody looks to be okay. But what we were talking about before Jubron scored is Sean O'Neal just went back to the locker room.
Not sure if that was like an equipment issue or if it's an injury issue. Either way, I'm sure we'll see more or hear more about that during the intermission. However, I hope to see him back in this game, though, for sure.
Yeah, we'll hopefully see what was the cause of that soon, as we're under just over 2 minutes to go in the second period of play. More open ice hits. Here comes Oswego again. And the shot was put on. Rebound opportunity off the initial shot from Skrupa. Is handled by the Ice Knights, and they start back. Matt Owens. Theo Cup with a nice defense, and Theo Cup with a little bit of a face wash hit up high. That was going to be called every single time. It's going to be a cross check against the captain of the Lakers.
Yeah, just the extension of the hands there, and also the fact that they were a little too high. Got to call that one. Going to be an interference call, I believe.
So exactly 2 minutes to go in this second period of play. No carryover time. This one will take us to the end of the period, assuming that the Rutgers Ice Knights do not score.
I actually gave him a cross-check for that. I'm a little surprised because it didn't even seem like he was using the stick all too much.
You know, it kind of looked almost like a face wash from our vantage point here. But either way, Rutgers goes back to the power play. DeFonso found Schnell, and he'll play it down low to an open side. Matt Sanchez gets the puck back, quarterbacking this power play. Sanchez looks down low, goes there, and he'll trade places with Mason Jen. Scott Schnell. It was blocked by Chase Nees, disrupting the cycle a little bit. DeFonso will circle behind the net. Sent across the ice for Sanchez, and he couldn't find it. He couldn't turn to his forehand quick enough to get a one-time pass. And here comes Chase Nees back the other way, and a shorthanded opportunity. He's got some speed. Driving towards goal. Nees, and a poke check by Schnell at the last second prevents Nees from getting that shot off. Out in front again, Nees spinning, goes off of the pads of Fiorillo.
What effort here by these penalty killers. Chase Nees doing it all himself on that breakaway. But then that was Anthony Robinson also setting up Nees for a second opportunity.
Less than a minute to go in the period as Dom DeFonso gets dumped and the Lakers clear again. Robinson was chasing after Fiorillo. He was in a little bit of a tough spot with no Ice Knights around. And Allen will enter the zone. 39 seconds to go, and he gets dumped. And it's cleared again by Robinson. Great physicality from the Lakers. You're hearing it from the bench. They're very pleased with their penalty killers' work on this.
That looked like a buy one, get one sale on those hits. First you got Simonek, then his defensive partner. That was C.J. Walsh with another huge hit.
Miniger turned it over to Robinson, and he tried to feed Skrupa in front with 15 seconds to go in the second period and the power play. Skrupa again gets the interception on that long stretch pass, which should take us to the end of this second period. Textbook penalty killing from the Lakers, putting on a clinic as they skate into the locker room with a 3-goal lead now. 5-2 is your score at the end of 2.
You cannot complain about that period at all. We were talking about maybe the gas tanks being a little empty there, but besides some of the undisciplined penalties, Oswego able to keep their lead, actually extend it from what it was at the end of that first period.
Ice Knights are looking to be a little gassed as we've gotten into the end of this, and it shows on the shot total. For the first time in this game, we're really starting to see some separation as the shots at the end of 2 is 31-24 in favor of the Lakers.
Well, even on their power plays, Rutgers been having trouble today, where yesterday they did not get in their power play set up as much, but I'd like to see Oswego keep up this defensive pressure on the zone, try to stay out of the box here in this third period. That's crucial. Just coast out this win, maybe grab another goal or two.
So we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the last period of action here in the Murano Campus Center. Pink the rink night. Oswego leads 5-2. You're watching ACHA Hockey on YouTube Live. And welcome back inside the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena for the third period of play. Apologies if you're watching on our stream. A little bit of technical difficulties going on with our camera. Should be fixed momentarily. Here you go. Now you see picture inside the Murano Campus Center. Pink the Rink Day once again. Getting set for the third period of play between the Oswego State Lakers and the Rutgers University Ice Knights. Jerry Pritchard is alongside me. I'm Patrick Machado. What a mirror image that we saw today in these last two periods that we saw with Oswego yesterday. Multiple Lakers having multiple point nights. Braden Deming, 1 goal, 2 assists. Trevor Jubron, 2 goals on the day. He's got a third. He's got 20 minutes to look for his third.
You would love to see that as well. I mean, getting your first goal is one thing, but the first goal and the first hat trick in the same game, that would be unreal. That would definitely give him a confidence boost and just have him flying.
And it certainly seems possible. Like, we've talked about the play of this first line of Jubron, Nees, and Cardi tonight. Absolutely tearing it up on the ice.
Yeah, they've been unreal, and Jubron's he's been a really good beneficiary of the speed of the other two guys. I mean, he's finding himself in great places, and I mean, Nees, he's not only a goal scorer, we see him score a lot, but he can pass the puck pretty well, and Cardi's always looking to set up his teammates.
So here we go, getting ready for this third period of play. No changes in goal for either side after Lakatos' night was cut short after a 3-goal first period. Fiorillo staying in the game. Wouldn't see any reason why he wouldn't be, as the Rutgers Ice Knights now have the play in their Oswego zone. Allen falling down to his knees will allow Oswego to send it back the other way. Andrew Cardi skating after the puck with Lippincott. Chase Nees double teamed. Lippincott finds the loose puck, and it's flipped up and hit the protective netting. And we'll get an offensive zone draw to the right of Fiorillo.
A little slow start here, but I mean, if you're Oswego, you might want to start slowing this game down. I know I talk about the fast play, but it's not bad to have some possession and really wind that clock down, even if you're just taking those low shots looking for rebounds. Yeah,
it is a 3-goal lead, but a lot can happen in 20 minutes, as we saw Oswego going into a similar situation, as we're going to get a penalty here against the Ice Knights as Luke Myers was taken down in the corner. A couple players come together. Not much is going to come of this except a penalty for tripping against what looks like to be
number 23,
Matt Owens.
That was Michael Mew giving him a little something after that. After he got the penalty called on him, he gave him a little pat on the back.
Little how's it going?
Yeah, Michael Mew,
back and forth.
Not afraid to jaw at the opponents, as we've seen tonight.
So power play goes back to work here for Oswego State. And they'll start it from their own end as it was flipped out of the zone by Goldstein. And with Mason Jen putting the pressure on Galosi, he's forced to glove that puck. And they'll have a face-off in their own end.
Yeah, Oswego, you got to be thinking this could be a dagger here, this 4-goal lead, if you're able to convert on this power play. So I would look for them to be aggressive, get back set up as they were, try to create some good chances.
Oswego wins the draw. Rutgers will retreat into the neutral zone as they prepare for Oswego's rush. Myers sent it up to Lemieux, and he'll backhand it in. Myers. Here is Braden Deming looking to add to his point total. Deming gets it back from Jay Chapin. Send it to the far side where it's lost in some skates and backhanded out of the zone by Mason Jen. And the penalty killers will take this opportunity to change up. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go in the penalty to Matt Owens. The rink-wide pass was blocked by Mike Lemieux. A little bit of friendly fire in front of the penalty box as Sanchez sends it the sheet of the ice. The defense of the penalty kill will now change.
Oswego not really finding any opportunities to break into the zone here. When they have, it's been a little slow moving the puck around, but here they come once again.
Yeah, changing up. Here's the second power play unit out there. mostly consists of that first line, so Jubron is now out there. Back at the point for Theo Cup. He puts a shot on, and it just misses that stick side.
That's a great shot with traffic in front. Chase Nees looking for a deflection. He almost had one, to be fair.
Chase Nees put out in front. They score! One-timer, great pass from behind the net by Chase Nees. And CJ Walsh widens the lead even more. It's 4-goal lead for Oswego now.
That was Chase Nees able to pick that puck out behind the net, get rid of it pretty quick. CJ Walsh wide open on that back door. I don't know how you lose a player of his stature on the ice like that. He should be pretty easy to man up, but he's a beneficiary of a backdoor feed. He's going to bury that every time.
So Oswego State connecting on the power play for the second time in this game. We've been talking a lot in this preseason as we're going to get another penalty here.
Rutgers just seems to be falling apart.
And it's also going against Rutgers. So Oswego goes back to the power play just as quickly as they connect.
And I mean, if you're Oswego, you're feeling good. 3 goals now against 2 different goaltenders. So they've found the offense tonight, which was lacking yesterday. Now you're just wondering if maybe you get another power play goal. Why not at this point?
Yeah, Trevor Jubron absolutely wants that hat trick. And he's out there along with that power play unit that just connected. CJ Walsh unable to save the puck at the blue line. And Galosi will spin it up to Theo Cup to try to start a rush really quickly. Cup changes direction and lays it up. Here is Jubron skating up the middle of the ice with some speed. He's going down and continues to make the play. Puts it behind the net. And the clearing attempt was finally blocked, and it's lost in the skates of the linesman. Tough break for Tyler Allen of the Rutgers Ice Knights. But they're alone in the zone, and they'll send it down. Actually, no, they're going to start up on a shorthanded opportunity. Allen freezes on the brakes, turns the puck over to Chase Nees. And here comes Oswego back the other way. 4-on-2, nope, 3-on-2, as they'll use it as an opportunity to change. Nees the shot, goes off of the glove of Fiorillo. Behind the net is Austin Cross. He's holding the puck, and Oswego wins that battle. Sent back up top for Jay Chapin. Across for Martin Simonek. Simonek the shot. Nees the deflection. Doesn't make its way on goal. Nees. Jubron. Chapin. Simonek sends it down low. Luke Myers skating back up. Up top for Chapin. Takes the shot. Nees again the deflection, and it goes over the net.
I like that play they've been running a couple times now. Cup had the shot earlier, and now Chapin with Nees in front.
They're going to try it again. Jubron, right face-off circle. Takes a shot. Swallowed up by Austin Cross and out of the zone as far as neutral ice. Rink wide pass. Finds Jubron. Feeds it into the middle for Chase Nees. Couldn't put it up. Jubron in goal! And it's batted in by Luke Myers! What a sequence there! Jubron in the open ice. And Luke Myers home runs it into the net. 7-2 Oswego.
That was something you'd see almost out of an all-star game there. Beautiful passes, some no-look feeds back and forth. Jubron and Nees, and then Jubron with the shot. Myers able to swing that thing out of the park, if you will, just right into the back of the net. Beautiful play there on another power play goal for your Lakers.
Baseball references aplenty with October now in full swing, but Oswego State running away with this game. Now have a 5-goal lead on the Rutgers Ice Knights with 15.5 to go in the third period of play. And here comes Oswego yet again. And over the line was Corning, and his shot was blocked in front by Dom DeFonso, and he looks worse for wear. The referee will stop play here. And he's down. Yeah, and he'll be slow to skate off the ice. You see a player go down like that, they're not trying to get a whistle, and he's worse for wear. He's going to need to be looked at. He's slumped. Hope he's okay as Theo Cup sends it back in for Andrew Corning. Corning is dumped. Ziveth there. And now we're going to see some more physicality here. Ian Ziveth turns it over. Theo Cup, we're going to get a penalty against Oswego here for interference. So Rutgers is going to go to the power play after Oswego had multiple chances of their own. And it's going to be Chris Wands that gets that penalty.
That's a tough call for Wands. I've really liked his play over the past 2 days. He's gotten up offensively, done a lot of great jobs, even on the defensive end. But, you know, tough penalty. He kind of just had to mark up the guy that was driving the net, and as a coincidental, you know, you take a penalty sometimes.
That, if you will, is considered a good penalty. And if you're the Rutgers Ice Knights, it's do or die here.
Oh, they need to send everything they can at the net.
Ziveth on the near side goes back up top for Josh Kim. Kim fires through traffic, taking multiple deflections. Galosi finds the glove on it. Players come together in front of the net. They'll just skate away.
Nice job there by Galosi. I'm not sure how he quite saw that puck, but it found its way right into his glove. Great save there by the netminder.
Yeah, that puck had eyes all the way towards the net. Didn't look like much of a lane to get through. Rutgers wins the faceoff. Miniger down low. Send it rink wide for Ziveth. Ziveth into the middle. No Ice Knight there. Down low on the right wing. Kim gets it back. Ziveth down low. Puts on a shot and he goes well high. Corrals around the glass, and that's as good as a Laker clear. With 1 minute, 17 seconds to go in the Wands penalty, 14-15 to go in regulation.
One thing I can say about Oswego, they've really done a great job of focusing out and shutting down Kim, because Kim last night was unreal. He was one of those players that I believe had a point on every goal, and so it's just great to see them focus it out.
Kaka with the shot over at the right point, padded by Galosi. Here's Lippincott, circled the net. Dropped it off for Kaka. Kaka tried to play it across the side. Centered Lippincott again. Miniger skates down low. And he shoots it off the outside of the post. Friendly deflection out in the middle of the ice. Sent back down low by Kim. Here's Miniger. Spins off as there was no lane to shoot through. Back up top for Kim. Fakes the one-timer. Miniger skates. And his shot was blocked by Colby Skrupa. And Martin Simonek will get the clear.
Way to get that one out. Those guys are looking drained as they skate to the bench for a change.
One last rush on this Rutgers power play, if they can get it off in a hurry. 4 seconds to go. Matt Sanchez in neutral ice. And that'll do it. Another penalty killed for Oswego State. Rutgers looking for another penalty. This one on Myers as they skate back up the ice. Matt Sanchez springs Kim. And tried to put it in from behind the net. Very sharp angle try by Jake Goldstein, handled by Galosi. This is Lemieux. He puts a shot on. Fiorillo couldn't handle the rebound initially, but it just falls in front of him, and he'll pounce on that for the stop.
Yeah, I like that play by Lemieux. I mean, it's not a dangerous shot by any means. You know, you're not really trying to score at that point. You're trying to get an offensive zone faceoff. You're trying to get a stoppage just to catch your breath a little bit. You just survived a pretty dangerous power play, and it was a close one, but now you're back even strength. Try to get the possession here on this draw.
Luke Myers to take the faceoff against Lepesti. Lepesti wins it. Myers still on him as it's spun to the open side. Brian Pfister turned over to Mike Lemieux, who puts a shot on through traffic, try to get a deflection of Myers in front. And here comes Rutgers back. There's 4 Lakers surrounding him, and here come the reinforcements. The shot off of the rush was sticked aside by Galosi. Theo Cup. Slowing play down a little bit, goes D to D with Chris Wands, who takes a hit from Sean Lippincott in the corner. Cycled in behind. Theo Cup back up for Myers, and he'll have some time and space, sends it rink wide to Wands. Wands puts it in on goal. It's turned aside into the corner by Fiorillo. Braden Deming in front for Robinson, and he's unable to get his shot through.
Beautiful find there from Deming. Just a little too much zip on that pass for him to one-time it.
Anthony Papalardo sends it in. Galosi plays the puck from behind the net. Sent up and out of the zone off of the backhand from Theo Cup. Robinson pounces on it. It's spun around. Dan Kelly thought about going to the center of the net there. And it's turned over to Oswego yet again. Galosi. Starting to see play slow down a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen now from both sides. After Oswego, came out here fired up in this third period, able to extend the lead by 2, and now you don't really need to push the play. You could control it. You can try and get some possession here, slow the game down.
Yeah, Oswego content to just take safe plays from here on out, and you're wondering if the mentality of the game is starting to get to the Ice Knights as 5-goal lead, 10 minutes to overcome it. That's a tough task.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not undoable by any means.
Yeah,
but
it's never impossible, but you got to be thinking this is a little frustrating for the Ice Knights, who came in here last night, kind of had their way with Oswego, but now find themselves 5 goals down.
Here's Lippincott, sends it across, and Miniger couldn't get the shot off. What a block. Even if it was unintentional by number 24, Braden Deming, as Oswego goes back the other way, and Fiorillo will stop play.
It was actually Jubran getting across there on the diving block as well there on defense. It was just a great play overall. A little desperation in the eyes of Oswego, but they escaped it again.
So let's highlight Trevor Jubran again. Great play on both sides of the ice. Obviously, we've talked about, and you've seen his offensive play, but critical defensive interventions like that are what separates a good player from a great player, and they've got one in Trevor Jubran.
Yes, I've seen this hustle from these forwards, which seemed to be lacking last night, but they've been getting back, helping out these defensemen on these back checks and forcing turnovers.
Little pass, find Trevor Jubran again. Tried to find him as he was streaking down the middle of the ice looking for his third. It dribbles right to Fiorillo.
Another first-year player I want to quickly bring up once again is Deming. Deming, he's been doing it all tonight as well. 2 assists, 1 goal. Also, like I said, a lot of the forwards getting back. Deming's been back there trying to help on any breakaways or any odd man rushes. He's been hustling back.
And the play of both freshmen have Oswego well on their way to their first conference win of the season. Next week, they travel to Oakland in a series of non-conference matchups. And the Rutgers Ice Knights will have a home-at-home against Stony Brook coming up next weekend. Chase Nees feeds in front for Jay Chapin, and it goes into the protective netting for a face-off.
Talking about that Oakland game next weekend, we had some great games. Last year, it was actually the back-to-back here in Oswego. We played one game here at the Marano Campus Center, another game at the Fort Ontario, which was very interesting. We somehow managed to get a stream off there with the limited internet. But either way, those games were both unreal. They both went down to the final whistle. And I'm looking forward to those away games for Oswego, see if they can pick up some more non-conference wins.
Oswego will be playing most of their games here in the Marano Campus Center. They only have one game at the Fort, and that is a conference matchup against RIT on November 22nd. Time still be determined. All of these games, whether they're at the Marano Campus Center or the Fort, are open to the public, free for everyone. So come out, enjoy some hockey here. And clearly the Oswego, if you were here today at the Pink the Rink, you were treated to an offensive match, a real offensive effort from the Oswego State Lakers.
Yeah, Oswego really, putting on a show for the fans. Pink the Rink's one of the big nights where they get some numbers in attendance here, and they know it. You could feel the energy. There's a little bit more energy in the crowd, a little bit more energy in the game. The players know there's a couple more people here watching, so they're here to play and put on a show.
Andrew Corning with a little tap in on the neutral zone. Negates the icing. Brett Dawson, he's double teamed behind the net, triple team. Lippincott takes it now. Sends it up the wall for Anthony Papalardo. Springs Nick Lacotis. And the puck finds its way into the Oswego bench for another stoppage in play with 8 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the third period of play. Oswego running away with this game, the score 7-2.
Yeah, it's pretty much just, rolling the credits here at this point. 8 minutes left. Not a lot of time for Rutgers to do much of anything. Maybe play for pride here. Try and get a couple more goals. But Oswego's looking at splitting this weekend battle here with Rutgers 1-1.
And that's the mentality that you need from this team. Just drop 2 games in a row. Having that third game dropped probably would have done a number on this team's confidence. But they're able to spring back against this team here tonight.
And for it to come in this fashion, a high-scoring win, great play defensively, great play from the goaltender. They're going to be looking to take this confidence, take this momentum, if you will, into Oakland next weekend.
And here comes the Lakers back on an opportunity. Here's Chris Wands, and on goal! Save made by Ferriello. Nice job to cut off the angle. Wands gets his own rebound. Cycles it down low. Braden Deming. It went off of the stick of number 48, Jake Goldstein, and sends Lippincott back the other way. Chris Wands takes it away from him as Goldstein was hit against the boards. Myers cuts towards the center, and it's poked away by Matt Owens. CJ Walsh sends it back into Rutgers territory. Oswego uses this as an opportunity to complete a change. Turned over at the blue line. Here is Zach Case. Rips a shot, and it was blocked in front by Scott Schnell. And here is Schnell. Case putting the pressure on him. Sent up the wall for Mason Jen. And here comes Rutgers back in. Matt Owens looked to cut towards the net. Great defensive intervention by CJ Walsh. Walsh up for Marzalek. Turned over to the Ice Knights, and it was sent back in by Tyler Allen. And Galosi will cover up.
Not a bad couple shifts there from Oswego. That fourth line even was able to keep some great pressure, keep Rutgers in their zone. They eventually broke out, but just doing that, putting the pressure on, not allowing them to break out, just winds down the clock.
And with the game pretty much out of reach here, or at least in the mind of head coach Chris Timmons, Dan Perepesco will see the rest of this game out. 6 minutes and 18 seconds, and he makes his first save of the game.
You love to see that. Obviously, Dan Perepesco, he played during that tough loss against Slippery Rock last weekend. So I like this idea. Get Pez in there for a little while at least, 6 minutes remaining, but let him see some shots. Let him make a couple good saves, get his confidence boosted because he might be needed in Oakland.
Zach Case. Here's DeFonso. Winds up, takes the shot, and it goes well wide. Marzalek sends it out. Anthony Robinson in after with it with Miniker. Oswego wins the puck battle. Chase Knees. Joe Marzalek. 3-on-1 back the other way. Marzalek on the left side. Carty at the center of the net. And Marzalek runs out of real estate, unable to do much on that opportunity. Allen back the other way. He gets past his defender. Skates in behind the net. Puts one out in front, right to the stick of Andrew Carty. Carty in the zone.
Got a delayed call here on Rutgers as well.
And
not so delayed anymore.
Yep, and as Dom DeFonso touches up, it's going to be a high sticking call against Rutgers. Much to the chagrin of head coach, who's still having words with the referee. And Miniger goes off. That is not the person that you want going off, especially. Obviously, penalties in general aren't good for a team, but considering Miniger's been one of the bright spots of this Ice Knights team today, and we saw him yesterday put it on as well, that's the last person you want going off the ice.
Yeah, if you're Rutgers, he's one of your big, shots at getting a goal here, even though with only 5 minutes remaining, you're maybe not looking to score as much as you were 3 minutes ago, but Miniger really one of the bright spots of this Rutgers team.
So more power play practice, if you will, for this Oswego State Lakers team. They've already connected twice, maybe 3 times today.
3 times.
3 times today. Fantastic as Simonek takes the shot. The rebound put on by Mike Lemieux, and it goes wide. Chapin. Mike Lemieux drops it off. Over at the right side for Simonek, who takes the shot, and he goes wide. And it's cleared out of the zone by Jake Goldstein with 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Simonek turns it over. Oswego gains it back, but that will do it for the power play, as it looks like Simonek is going to go off for a slash.
I believe they might actually get Mike Lemieux here for the trip. After
they're going to get Mike Lemieux, but it's going to be the slashing call regardless.
That was, Mike Lemieux. He was trying to receive that pass from Simonek. However, there was a Rutgers player in the way, and instead of just skating by, he had a couple extra jabs for him. And we'll go to 4-on-4 here.
So 4-on-4 for the next minute and 8 seconds before an abbreviated power play for the Ice Knights. And Theo Cupp's pass tried to find Gibran. And it's going to be offside on Oswego, as it looked like Gibran was just in early. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third period of play. Oswego well on their way to their first conference victory by a score of 7-2, assuming everything else stays the same. Shots 38-28 in favor of Oswego. Partial 2-on-1, nicely broken up by Chris Wands, and he puts one in on goal, and it's held by Ferrillo.
During this stoppage, I just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone, if you're watching this afterwards. If you came to the game here at the Verano Campus Center, just thanks for the support. We really appreciate it. We're happy to put on these broadcasts for you guys and keep you in touch with the team.
Rutgers wins that draw. It was played back towards their end by Chris Wands. Theo Cupp will corral that loose puck. Goes D to D, finds knees, laid it off to the left side where it's shot by Mike Lemieux and swallowed up by Ferrillo. Now we're starting to see a lot of stoppages and startages here. Slow ride to the finish on this game.
Yeah, and especially it's going to happen. I think they both realize this game is well said and done. So, this is going to drag out these last 3 minutes, but if you're Oswego, you don't really mind.
Lippincott looking to escape the zone, goes off of the skate of Tyler Allen. Puck is over by Oswego's bench. Brian Frister springs Allen back. Nice stick check by Colby Skrupa prevents the Rutgers Ice Knights from entering the zone, and here comes Skrupa in. Skrupa tried to go past his defender, loses the puck. And here they come back. Josh Kim laid it off for Lippincott. Left side, nice play. Lippincott with the shot, unable to finish. And it's sent the length of the ice by the Oswego State Lakers as the penalty to Rutgers has expired. So 24 seconds to go on the power play. Schnell sends it in on the far side. CJ Walsh, the only man back, who spins it around into the neutral zone. Bagley finds Kim. He skates in, being shoved to the side by Robinson. Two players there to meet him, and Lemieux steps back onto the ice. Oswego skating back the other way. Shot put on goal. Very easy to handle for the Ice Knights. Ryan Bagley puts a shot in on Perepesco. Luke Myers dumps the puck in. Robinson off for the change. Slow ride to the finish. Both teams just content to get this game over with at this point. You can see it in the play on the ice.
Yeah, just a lot of dump, dump and chase, don't really forecheck, skate back on defense, and then repeat. So, this game, is slowing down a lot, has slowed down, but a lot of great takeaways for the Lakers from this game.
And Perepesco makes another save off of that shot on the rush. CJ Walsh chops it to himself up the wall, and he'll look to escape the zone. Sent rink wide to the left side. for Braden Deming. CJ Walsh from his skate to his stick puts it back in. Icing is waved off as it stops just short of the line. Puck over by Rutgers bench. Backhanded in by Kaka. Sean O'Neill there. What do you think of Sean O'Neill's move back to defense? How do you think he's played today?
I believe it's almost, it's where he's belonged on this team since last season. I believe, he does have that offensive potential. I liked the idea of switching it up in the beginning of the year, but now that he's back there, it just seems to seal up the defense that much more. He's very, an experienced player for this team.
And Oswego only giving up 2 goals today as they come back on one more rush. Over, and a nice little play finds Chase Knees to put the dagger in the heart of the Ice Knights. 8-2 with 30 seconds to go.
And that is another point for Jubran. That adds to his total. He now has 3 points, I believe, on the night. What a play from the freshman there. He really made the little toe drag, froze the goaltender, and then just left it off for Chase Knees to really just walk that one into the net.
Ferrello went the other way. It was pretty much a tap-in for the Oswego State Lakers there.
Great play on the break. This team really isn't letting up. They're still, piling on their revenge from last night's loss.
And Oswego well on their way with a huge statement win against the Rutgers Ice Knights here tonight, going into next weekend's away games against Oakland. 10 seconds to go.
This was a big statement game for Oswego. This is the potential. This is the level of play this team can achieve, if all cylinders are firing at the right time. And tonight they were. Even the goaltending, it was amazing. He made great saves. Faced 30 shots, only 2 goals. You'll take that any night. You got the defenders really doing well, breaking out, which, was a big problem last night. And then the forwards helping back on defense, but then also doing their job on offense, generating a lot of shots.
So the Rutgers Ice Knights will fall to 1-3 in the conference, 2-3 on the year. And Oswego will get their first conference win of the season and return to a 500 record, 2-2. The Oswego Lakers are now, with this win, finaled up a score of 8-2.
This was a big win, as you were talking about earlier. After dropping these last 2 games, a 3rd loss in a row, really could have been the dagger in the season. And to bounce back from that, you carry all this momentum, an 8-2 win. That is insane on its own. But you're carrying that to Oakland, who is a tough team. Last year, it was a big penalty, filled game, a lot of physicality, a lot of fights back and forth. So you want to be firing on offense, and especially on the power play, which they did tonight.
Now, three stars of the game, they don't typically do it for ACHA, but that first line, Jubran, Knees, and Cardi, they should share the first star.
Yes, yeah. If you could give it to a line, that definitely would be the line. I have to also say Deming, though. He threw his hat in there for maybe a first star name. But, the first-year players overall played very well. Even some of the players that may have not gotten on the score sheet, like Robinson, like Dan Kelly, they all came to play, even Corning. They were being physical. They were being involved in the play. But, yes, the story of this game was Jubran as well as Deming, both first-year players racking up 3 points tonight.
So Oswego State gets a huge statement win here on Pink the Rink night in the Murano Campus Center, beating the Rutgers Ice Knights by a score of 8-2 to even up this series this weekend. Shots 42-30 in favor of the Lakers to end this game. Thank you for watching Oswego ACHA Hockey on YouTube Live.